We are one step closer to a rematch between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Both emerged with decisive victories during Michigan primaries, but the more intriguing story lies with the votes those two candidates did not receive on Tuesday. There is plenty to unpack here, so let's dive a little deeper into some of the issues with CNN's Julia Benbrook. Julia, what are the key takeaways in Michigan for Republican frontrunner Donald Trump?
Republican frontrunner, former President Donald Trump, walked away with another commanding win. He secured victories in all of these early nominating contests. In Michigan, he got about 68% of the vote, a big win. But we look closer at the numbers that his opponent, Nikki Haley, received. She's the former governor of South Carolina, and she got about a quarter of the vote in this Michigan primary. So what's in those numbers? That means that there is still a sizable amount of Republican voters who either strongly oppose Trump or they still need to be won over. So Haley continues to campaign off of this idea that she has the better chance to beat President Joe Biden in November, and there is polling to back that up. So Trump is going to have to strategize as he looks forward to the general election, which he's already doing. When he called in to his victory party in Michigan on Tuesday night, he said November 5th can't come fast enough.
Interesting. So I guess a key question for many is, where will Nikki Haley's voters put their votes? Will they vote? And how will that all impact the election?
Absolutely, it is. And I think that's what we're going to be really watching for on Super Tuesday. That comes up on March 5th. That is the most number of delegates up for grabs. So everyone is working hard towards this. And Haley's camp has acknowledged that this is going to be an uphill battle. They know that there is a lot at stake. They actually just announced a 7-figure ad buy in those early voting states, making it clear that they're not giving up. But Super Tuesday night, I'm definitely going to be watching to see how Haley's numbers come in, and then if she's going to step out of this race or keep pushing forward.
Definitely. Okay, and that is coming up just a few days away. Now, the primary yesterday also highlighted one of President Joe Biden's vulnerabilities. Some Democrats used their ballots as a form of protest against the president.
They did, and in that Democratic primary, there were about 100,000 voters, a little over 100,000, who marked uncommitted. This was a protest vote. This is a group calling for a ceasefire in Gaza, and they want President Joe Biden to call for that. And so this vote, they said, we're not supporting Trump. That's not what this is. We're sending a message to Biden that there's a group of voters that need to see this happen in order to support him. When Biden put out a statement celebrating his Michigan victory, he did not mention the protest vote. But one of his campaign advisors did put out a statement a little later, and I want to read that to you. He said, quote, President Biden shares the goal of many folks who voted uncommitted, which is an end to the violence and a just and lasting peace.
Fascinating to watch from this side of the border. Julia, thank you very much for joining us today.